Dear scholar, today we will discuss development with research question. So, it's a common question. What is a research question? A research question is a question that describes project set or to answer. Choose a research question is an essential element of both quantitative and qualitative research. And as you know, we select the questions and we design the question in quantitative and qualitative research. But in quantitative and qualitative research, the types are different. In today's lecture, we will mostly focus on the quantitative research. Investigation will require data collection and analysis and methodology for this purpose widely in the quantitative research questions. First of all, we have overview of the research question. First, we have to discuss purpose of research question, type of research question, qualities of good research question, creating a good research question, and we will also share some examples of the quantitative research question. And I hope at the end of this lecture, you will learn how to develop the research question that is the main part of your research. First of all, we have to discuss purpose of research question. The purpose of research question help us to focus on specific type of research. These type of research question guide the researcher what he will do, what he would like to conduct the research, in which area he would like to conduct the research. The research question also provide the backbone for our research study, and it tells us whether we are conducting qualitative or quantitative and which method we are going to apply. We have to descriptive research, we have to correlation research, we will conduct the quasi-experimental research or experimental research. Such question also answer meaningful question in everyday life and practical issue. And as you know, in everyday life, you have asked a lot of questions to get the information. Such question can also address gap in past research. We study the past research and we find the gap in that research, and for fill fill in that gap, we design the research question. Research questions are also helpful to guide the theory uh, on which we are conducting research. And as you know, most of the research we conduct based upon any theories. Now we will discuss the type of research question. The well-known type of research question in quantitative are descriptive, relationship, comparative, and causality. Now we discuss these four parts one by one. So what is a descriptive? Descriptive research question usually start with what is, what are, and in which we get the information, how many, we ask something number, often we ask the frequency, how much in quantity, and how frequently something happen. These type of questions are very least common for writing the thesis, dissertation, and the research papers. Now, I would like to clarify the descriptive research question with a few examples. The first example is that what is the emotional intelligence in children? So we get the information about the emotional intelligence. The second question is how many full-time government employees are satisfied with their work? So we ask how many. We are asking number of the employees who are satisfied with work and who are not satisfied. How often do you household with two or more children under the age of 10 dine out? When we use the word how often, it means we are asking the frequency, how something occurs. How much water should a person who run an hour each morning drink per day? So such kind of research we conduct for getting the information in medical research areas. How frequently do college students ask their instructor? So in this way, we collect the information and we apply the frequency of the statical test, and then we get the information. Next step is relationship question. The relationship question usually start with, is there an association between variable? They usually start with, what the relation between the work of study and the student achievement? What are the technique of the teacher that apply effect on the student performance? Uh, Correlation study and some quasi experiment. Sometimes usually we use when the independent is a subjective characteristic like uh, sex, race, age, and we find the relationship between different, for example, we can design the question, what's the relationship between the male and female student to achieving a good score in mathematics? Example of such kind of research is what the relation between tax and calorie consumption in professional athletes, what's the relation between age and income in high school teacher, what's the relation between race and political party in Balochistan registered vote, what is the relation between emotional intelligence and leadership effect in the headmaster, what is the relation between study IQ and number of hours the student uh, conduct student do in the university. So we mostly find the relation between the independent and dependent variable, and then we apply the correlations research, and we find the uh, that is a maybe this relation may be negative to 0 and 0 to positive. If we from -1 to 0 is a negative relation, from 0 to 1 is the positive relation. Next type is comparative. In comparative, actually we compare the means of two different quantity. Or is there a difference between group? These type of search usually start with, what's the difference in males and female student learning style. Typically, when there is only one independent variable with two levels and one dependent variable, so mostly in compare mean, we apply the test like t-test, paired t-test, independent t-test, ANOVA, MANOVA, and ANCOVA. So these are different type of the test. We will discuss them in the later. Example of comparative research question are, what is the difference in I score, IQ score of the public and private school student? In such kind of question, we can compare IQ score of the two different type school. So definitely we will apply the comparative mean, Like we will apply the t-test. If there are more than two groups, then we will apply the ANOVA, one-way ANOVA, two ANOVA. What is the difference in team productivity of transformational and authority and leadership? So in this question, we will compare the two type of leadership, transformational and authoritarian. And then we find which type of team leadership is the best. What's the difference between drug, paracetamol, and Panadol in reducing the pain in patients? In such kind of medical research, we will design the question and we will find the information about these these medicine, and then find whether paracetamol is better and Panadol. Then, based upon the result, we suggest that which drug is good for patients. The other type is causality, or is there any effect of one variable on the other variable? So these questions usually start with how does one level of the independent differ from the other levels? They usually start with what is the uh, effect of one thing on the other? Who do different in is the paracetamol is better than the Panadol? And we conduct the experimental study. Typically, when there are more than two levels for independent variable or multiple. Example of such kind of type are what is the effect of syrup consumption 50 ml, 100 ml, or 200 ml on disease reduction. How do girls who read beauty magazine differ from the girl who do not read beauty magazine in self-esteem uh, scores? Is repetition better than mnemonic from recalling information in order adult? Next question is what is the effect of classroom environment, face-to-face, online, or hybrid on statistical test score? So in this, we select some student, then we make when we see the difference between we will the effect of face-to-face class, online, and hybrid. Hybrid mean when we combine face-to-face and online, and in this we have to select the statistical test score. What is the effect of diet? Placebo, plant-based of food guide, uh, pyramid, or what are the on the overweight of the female. So in this way, we can find the effect of diet on the female. In the next part of this presentation, we will discuss quality of a good research question. So these are some quality of good research question. The first quality is that the research question should be interesting. So it will create whenever the the reader will read the search question, it will be interesting for him or her. The search question should be useful and it has some purpose. They have focused and clear concept for understand the research study. So other quality of good research is that they have specific there must be a variable. We have to find relationship between different type of variable, and it's also tell us what is the population of this research study. So we have to mention to identify the population of the study in the research question. Next question: how can we create a good research question? First of all, scholar, you have to generate a list of topic, then choose a type of question. Type of question mean descriptive type of question, relationship, comparative, and causality. Begin question. Mostly the descriptive research questions start. How many? How often? How much? How frequently? What is? What are? What's the relationship? What's the different? What's the effect? Identify independent and dependent variables. Identify the group or population. So, in all descriptive relationship questions and causality question, comparative question, we begin such kind of question with these words like how, many, how often, how much, who frequently, what is, what's the different, what's the effect, blah blah. Example, creating a descriptive search question. Generate in the descriptive search question, we generate a list of topics. Here we have some variable, intelligence, achievement, leadership, job satisfaction section. Choose a type of search question. So if your search question is descriptive, then you have to begin with what's the identify variable and dependent variable. So dependent variable is IQ. Identify the group and population, and then you have to find the question. So you have to find what is the so you have to find what's the difference between this type of the question. So you have to find it in this type of question. So you will also find the type of question in the descriptive question usually start with this question: what's the average IQ of what is average IQ of the characteristic of a good school? So next question is creating a research relationship question. Generate a list of topic. The list of topics is like intelligence, achievement, leadership, job satisfaction. Choose a type of research questions. Relationship, begin question. What's the relation? Identify the variable. Independent for predictive intelligence. Dependent for outcome job satisfaction. So identify the group and population leadership of 500 companies. So you'll find what is the relationship between intelligence and job satisfaction. High school head teacher as a leader. Creating a comparative research question. Generate a list of topics like intelligence, achievement, leadership, job satisfaction. Choose a type of research question. Comparative begin question. What's the different? Identify the variable. Independent variable for predictive is intelligence. Dependent variable for outcome is job satisfaction. Then identify the group and population leadership of Fortune 500 company. So what's the difference between democratic and autocratic leadership of high school head teacher as a leader? So you can construct such kind of question. Creating a causality research question. Generate a list of topics like intelligence, achievement, leadership, job satisfaction. Choose a type of research question. Causality research question usually begin with what is the causality? Identify the variable. Independent variable for predictable is uh, like intelligence. Dependent variable for outcome is job satisfaction. So you can identify the group and population leadership for 500 company. So you can design the question like this: what is the effect of leadership style, democratic authority of head teacher as a leader? Dear scholar, thank you very much for your presentation, and I hope You will learn a lot from these presentations. Uh, presentation. In future, we will discuss the more presentations, and you are also complete assignment. Please provide the feedback about